Breaking news. In our latest matchup, there was a lot happening behind the scenes and the internet has been buzzing about it. Let's break it all down. Don't forget to hit that like button and stay updated with us. The quarterback situation in Atlanta has taken a surprising turn. After the Falcons secured a 15-9 win over the Las Vegas Raiders, head coach Raheem Morris had some interesting things to say. When asked if Kirk Cousins would remain the starting quarterback for this week's game against the New York Giants, Morris didn't give a clear answer. During his post-game press conference, he said, "We just got back, man. We still have to go through the usual process. It was a late night after a big win." However, Morris didn't shy away from talking about the team's struggles with their quarterback performance. "There will always be questions when it comes to the head coach and the quarterback," he said. "You have to be honest about it. We need to play better. That's the message. It needs to be addressed, and it needs to happen." To prepare for their next challenge, the New York Giants, the Falcons need to figure things out fast. This week, Coach Raheem Morris showed uncertainty about Kirk Cousins for the first time this season. Even during a tough 4-game losing streak where Cousins threw 8 interceptions and didn't score a single touchdown, Morris had always backed him as the starter. But now, with the Falcons' playoff hopes hanging by a thread, fans and analysts are calling for change. And waiting in the wings? Rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr., the team's first-round pick and the 8th overall selection in April's draft. The Falcons' win over the Raiders wasn't exactly impressive. The defense stood out by forcing key turnovers and blocking 2 punts, but the offense struggled to deliver. They managed just 1 touchdown all game. Cousins' performance was modest. 11 completions on 17 attempts for 112 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. His lone touchdown, a 30-yard pass to Drake London in the first quarter, was his first since Week 9, breaking a 17-quarter drought. Despite the victory, the Falcons' passing game looked shaky, producing only 93 total yards, their lowest of the season. Now sitting at a 7-7 record, Atlanta is under serious pressure. The Falcons are still in the playoff race, but their chances are very slim. To make it to the postseason, they'll likely need to win their last 3 games against the Giants, Commanders, and Panthers. Their playoff hopes depend on more than just their performance. They also need to keep up with the division-leading Buccaneers. Although the Falcons have the tiebreaker over Tampa Bay, they no longer control their own destiny. During Tuesday's press conference, Coach Morris admitted the high stakes, but avoided committing to Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix Jr. as the starting quarterback. "We brought in Kirk because we thought he gave us a chance to win right away," Morris explained. "At the same time, we wanted a young quarterback to prepare for the future. That's why we brought in Penix. We didn't want a big gap after Matt Ryan, so Cousins was meant to bridge that time." The original plan was for Penix to develop while Cousins led the team. But with things getting desperate, the Falcons might have to rethink that strategy. Cousins has struggled with turnovers recently, throwing a league-high 16 interceptions this season, 9 of them in the last 5 games. Meanwhile, Michael Penix Jr. has shown a lot of potential during practice, and fans are excited to see if the rookie can deliver in a high-pressure situation. For now, Coach Morris is keeping his options open. "We're still in the process of figuring things out as an organization," he said. "Our job is to win, and we'll do whatever it takes to win as many games as we can this season." So, here's the big question. Who will lead the Falcons against the Giants? Will it be the experienced Kirk Cousins, or will Michael Penix Jr. finally get his chance? This decision might not only shape the rest of the Falcons' season, but could also impact the future of the entire franchise. What do you think, Falcons fans? Should the team stick with Cousins and his experience, or is it time to let the rookie take the reins and see what he can do with the playoffs on the line? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It may not have been a perfect game, but a win is still a win. The Falcons' 15-9 victory ended their 4-game losing streak and kept their playoff hopes alive. However, the coaching decisions and standout performances in that game will be talked about for a long time. There's been a lot of talk about some of the choices made during the game, starting with a surprising coaching decision. Why did the Falcons skip field goals and choose to punt instead? Younghoe Koo, one of the NFL's most reliable kickers, has made a 58-yard field goal before. But on the team's first offensive drive, Coach Raheem Morris decided to punt instead of trying for a 55-yard field goal. The punt resulted in a touchback, gaining only 18 yards of field position. Coach Morris later admitted he wasn't happy with how that first punt turned out. Yet, he stuck with the same strategy later in the game. This time, it worked perfectly. The punt pinned the Raiders inside their own 5-yard line. The Falcons' defense stepped up, forcing a safety. Morris explained his decision by saying the team was playing a keep-away style of football. The plan was to make it harder for the Raiders to move down the field and score touchdowns, a task they only managed to accomplish once all night. Special teams played a huge role in the game's success. Kader Al-Hajj blocked a punt and tipped another. Kevin King blocked an extra point. Avery Williams delivered key returns. It was clear that the Falcons leaned heavily on controlling field position to gain an edge. The Falcons focused on defensive dominance instead of putting the game in Kirk Cousins' hands. But now, let's talk about a standout player, Drake London. This guy keeps proving he's one of the NFL's brightest rising stars. Even with the Falcons' struggles in the passing game, London had a big night. His first quarter touchdown, a beautiful 30-yard catch with a slick double move, was the only touchdown scored by either team. That catch also extended London's streak of scoring a touchdown in 5 consecutive primetime games, tying the longest active streak in the NFL over the past decade. For the night, London had 3 catches on 3 targets for 53 yards, and that crucial touchdown. While those are great stats, 3 targets just aren't enough for a player of his talent. If the Falcons want to stay competitive in these final games, they need to get London more involved. Despite inconsistent quarterback play in recent weeks, London's numbers have been impressive. He's now just 81 yards away from his first 1,000-yard season, with 78 catches and 7 touchdowns so far. If he can score 1 more touchdown this season, he'll further cement his place as one of the league's top young players. If Drake London scores 1 more touchdown this season, he'll double his career touchdown record. Not bad for a player in a struggling offense. Looking ahead, the Falcons are sitting at 7-7 and still have a chance to win the NFC South, thanks to their tiebreaker over the Buccaneers. If Atlanta wins their remaining games against the Giants, Commanders, and Panthers, they'll take the division crown and secure a playoff spot. It's a tough challenge, but the path is clear. The big question now is whether Coach Raheem Morris and the team can make the right choices when it counts most. Was punting instead of trusting Young Hoku the right call? Can London and the offense deliver in critical moments? And most importantly, can the Falcons win 3 straight games when it matters the most? We want to hear from you, Falcons fans. What do you think about Morris's decision to focus on field position instead of going for points? Is Drake London the key to unlocking this offense, or are quarterback issues holding the team back? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's get the conversation started. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more updates, insights, and exclusive Falcons content. Together, let's ride this roller coaster of a season to the finish line. Thanks for watching, and as always, rise up.